Hey everybody, what's going on? Nick here, founder of leadminingpros.com, and I wanted to talk to you today about how you are going to close more deals. Okay. Now, I have been working with investors for literally over 8 years. We've been averaging almost 800 to $900,000 a year in sales every year for 8 years. I want you to imagine that maybe I've served 3,000 investors a year for 8 years. And I speak to almost all these clients one on one on the phone. I speak to almost all these clients when we're looking at their stats. I speak to almost all these clients whenever they are frustrated with their results. Okay. Now, here's what I've learned. Here's how I can guarantee you to close more deals. There's a couple steps in the process. And what happens is people miss those steps. Okay. First step in the process, be optimistic. Get a lead, get excited, get ready to call them, and have a good time. Okay, that's step number one. Don't be grumpy, don't be frustrated, don't be angry. That's not the time to call a lead. Okay, so get your mind right. I always say, if anyone has children, if you're watching this, you have children, you're going to get what I'm about to say. You know, if you have a kid and you're at work all day and they're at school all day and they're like 6 and you come home, they're in 6-year-old world. If you approach that kid like you're 40 and they're 6, you guys are not going to get along, right? Because your minds are in different places. Okay. Well, we need to have the same approach whenever we're approaching sellers. We need to be in their mindset. We need to be focused on them, what they're experiencing, what they are going through. We need to be in a them mindset, not our mindset, right? We have to drop the ego, drop the guards, drop the frustrations. And this is time for us to play with our seller. Okay, so that's number one. Attitude, optimism, be playful. Okay, number two, reading the notes thoroughly. Okay, and use the notes to your advantages. Okay, I had a client tell me yesterday that we sent over a lead that said $140,000. I'm not going to take less than 140K. All right. 2 days later, the guy tells my client that he now wants $220,000 for the property. Okay, now if my client read the notes more thoroughly, he could use the original price as an anchor, but he didn't even see that our note said 140K until after the guy said 220. So he almost couldn't even, well, on the, and so it kind of trapped him a little bit. Okay, so read the notes thoroughly. The answer to your problem might be in the original notes, or a way to stop the seller from changing their mind is a way to use the notes. Okay, so use those notes to your advantage. Don't make that mistake. Okay, read them thoroughly, keep them up. Whenever you're on the phone with the seller, we want to use this to correct them. I'll be honest with you. Okay, the seller is hoping you're a sucker. The seller is hoping that they can throw out a high price number and you're going to say yes and you're going to buy that deal at that high price. The game you're playing isn't the game you're playing with the seller. It's playing the game the seller is playing with you. Okay. Now, of course, they're going to try to get more for their house. Hey, how much for that bicycle? $1,000. That's only worth 200. Why is it 1,000? Okay, let's do 200 then. Right. Well, you can't blame the guy for saying 1,000. Right. Why wouldn't he want 1,000? Why wouldn't you want more? Of course they want more. Money runs this entire world. Okay, so of course the seller is going to try to get more. So read the notes. Okay, and use it to your advantage. Use it to stop the seller from squirming or trying to take advantage of you. And not that they're going to take advantage of you, but they're going to try to. Okay. My client could have saved $40,000 on his contract price. He did get that property under contract, but he could have saved $40,000 on that contract price if he just would have referenced the note. Okay. That's number two. read the notes, reference the notes, stop the seller from squirming. Okay, number three. Okay, number three, now we have to understand what the seller's going through, what they're trying to do. Now we're here to have I call this imaginary tea time with the seller. Now we're on the phone. Now, our first call to the seller, we're not here to necessarily challenge them or challenge their reality. And that's why I call this imaginary tea time. Okay, if you're having tea with your daughter or your child, I go, "Oh, Dad, this is my imaginary friend." You don't go, "You don't have imaginary friends. Yeah, what are you doing? Well, why don't you grow up, you little kid?" You don't say that to your child. You're like, "Yeah, you play with them. Yeah, hey, what's his name? Oh, Timmy the Greek. Oh, hey, Timmy, how's it going? Would you like some tea?" You play with your child. That's what we have to do with this. Our first call is playful. Okay, it's playful, it's fun. We're not challenging, we're not arguing, we're not negotiating, we're exploring, we're imagining, we're creating. And most of all, you're rapport building. On this first call, you want to do whatever you can to insert a personal story or ask them about a story that might be personal to them. Okay, that's what we do on our first calls. Okay, now that was the next step, calling the lead, having a good attitude, being in imaginary tea time with them. Okay, that's a great tip, right? Again, the first call is not the call for us to challenge them. We just met them. Okay, you ever been challenged by someone who just met you? Yeah, it doesn't go well. Okay, so don't do that yet. Build some rapport. On the next call, we can begin challenging. Once they see how fun and light and playful you are, then you start the next call with a little bit of fun. And then, hey, can we get into the numbers? Or hey, can we talk about the property more? Okay, have that conversation. Okay, the next step is have rebuttals pre-mapped out. Okay, I offer this for you. Okay, a comment down below, script, and I'll send you free scripts I created for you to use. And this isn't just what to say, but this is also rebuttals to their objections. So on this script, I have 6 of our most common objections, and then I have the rebuttals for you to overcome them. You have to have your rebuttals laid out in front of you. Okay. If a seller stumps you, you're done. Right? If a seller can say something to you and you're like, gotta go. Okay, that's not good. And I can tell you that that is the biggest thing that nobody's talking about. Getting stumped by the sellers. All right. Having your rebuttals laid out in front of you during this call is wildly important because they are going to say something and you cannot fumble, you cannot stumble, and you cannot get tripped up during this time. Okay. We have got to be focused. We've got to be on it. Rebuttals are everything. And rebuttals are not aggressive. They're not rude. They're not us challenging them. They're us trying to learn more. Okay. And that's the other attitude to have. Oh, well, yeah, well, tell me more about that. Okay. Oh, well, you said the property is worth $200,000. Okay, that's interesting. I recently saw a comp yesterday at 160. But I would love to know more about this property and potentially what makes it worth more. Right. So again, we're never, oh, I don't think so, Bill. I don't think that's right. We're not taking that tone. All right. We are inquiring as to the opportunity to why they think it's worth more. And that's fine. You know what? We both want the property to be worth more. Hey, hey, that's exciting. I want this property to be worth more too. Is there a lake on it? Is it waterfront? That would be awesome. Okay, so play again, that's the playfulness. All right, so having your rebuttals, having the right energy is extremely important. This is why I give this to you. I give you these things. I give you the script, I give you the rebuttals. Hell, I even give you the leads. All you have to do is do the work. Okay, so now the next step, the final step, I would say is organization. So you guys probably already know this. I'm doing a very huge push for my CRM right now. And I'm putting it in the hands of almost every customer that buys from us. All right. Now, why am I doing that? A lot of people are like, Nick, what are you doing getting involved in CRMs? I said, look, I'm not getting involved in CRMs. I'm still a lead generator. However, if my customer doesn't have a CRM at all, it drastically reduces their chances on how to close a deal, right? My CRM that I provide for you for free for a couple months just for signing up actually has a built-in flow chart for you to push the leads through in order to close the deals. All of our leads are automatically connected inside the CRM for you. And you can text and call the leads out of that CRM. So that CRM almost becomes your business in a box. It's your hub. It's the one area you can go for anything. It's the one phone app that you can open and know that only business stuff is in there. And that is incredibly important for you when it comes to staying organized and working these leads. And that's why at Lead Mining, I have really improved our offer. And I've actually lowered our cost. I don't know if you've been to our website recently, but I recently took probably 5 to 10% off of every package. And I added the free CRM. And I give the course. And I give the scripts. And I give the rebuttals. Okay. I do all of that because that's what it takes to ensure your success. Clients close deals when they're supported. Clients close deals when it's easy for them. And my goal is to put all of the solutions at your fingertips, solutions you didn't even know you needed. After 8 years in business, I have made leads the easy part. Now it's time for me to make deals the easy part. And that is exactly what I'm doing here. So guys, if you haven't used lead mining in a while, if you haven't seen my free courses, you don't even have to make a purchase. Just go to the website, click free REI courses at the top. And then I just launched this amazing course. It's the only course you need to watch. And it's called the new onboarding course. I even made it easy. I called it the new one. Okay. It's at the very top. It's about an hour and 15 minutes. I include scripts. I include rebuttals. I include a walkthrough from me directly. And I even navigate you through our CRM exactly how I would move a deal through it. So when you're done with that course, you're going to realize that you have everything you need to succeed. And if there's anything missing, well, damn it, I'll add that too. But guys, I'm making this video right now because I have cracked the code on success for our clients. Right now at Lead Mining, our clients are getting more contracts per lead than ever before. I met with the client 2 days ago, Kobe, has 2 contracts on 7 leads. I met with the client 2 weeks ago, named Fez, 2 contracts on 5 leads. Okay, crazy. One of them, he said he might make $200,000 off of. This only comes from doing the work. These leads will not close themselves. And what I'm trying to teach you is I'm trying to teach you how to stop killing leads. And I think I cracked the code. We're not only not killing them, but we are bringing them back to life. Awesome. It's Wednesday. I hope you have a great day. I know I'm going to. I'm about to go to my favorite place for carpaccio for lunch. And I hope you're well. Have a fucking great week. See you.